FM and AM 630, Washington's Mall, WMAL.
So yesterday, in the evening time, you and I went back down to the convention hall after taking a little respite in the afternoon. And we actually got to go into the convention center during the actual event, which it's hard to do because there aren't just a lot of people who are allowed to go in there unless you're a delegate or a member of a big media organization. So we got some passes. We went down and we ran into Peter King, who had some interesting things to say. Here's a little bit of that interview.
So, at the end of the week, where do you want undecided voters to be after having viewed the events here in Tampa?
I would hope that Governor Romney is going to be leading among all voters when he gets out, and that the Romney-Ryan ticket is going to cut significantly into as far as getting that independent vote, what we used to call the old Reagan Democrats. And also, I would say undecided women. But again, I can't give you a number, but I would hope by the end of the convention that the Romney-Ryan ticket will be ahead.
There's been a lot of focus, obviously, on the economy in this election. The economy will matter, but you know national security, Homeland Security issues. What role do you think it plays in this election?
First of all, I think it's extremely important. How important a role it will play, I don't know, only because everyone is focused on the economy so much. But I always feel that in the back of people's minds, at least, there's a concern about national security, Homeland Security. And I think that the president's apology tour, the way he's treated Israel, is going to, if not be in the forefront, it's going to be certainly on people's minds.
What did you think about the book that's coming out by the Navy SEAL and also this movie that's coming out as well? Is there too much information in those things?
Well, two things. My problem is not the movie being made per se, but the fact that there's, I think, too much cooperation between the military, the intelligence community, the administration, and Hollywood on that. The president's entitled to his movie, but Hollywood is not entitled to get all the access and information that they got. And that's why I've asked for investigations, and the Pentagon Inspector General still has not completed his investigation after almost a year. As far as the Navy SEAL, that book should not have been written. It's dangerous to do things like that, to disclose anything. In fact, from day one, too much was disclosed. All that should have been said was, last night the U.S. military killed Osama bin Laden, nothing else.
Congressman Peter King, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Congressman Peter King on the floor of the convention last night.
And by the way, when he says those things, talking about the Bin Laden book and the Bin Laden movie, he is the chairman on Homeland Security.
Right.
So, he carries a lot of weight when he says these things, that he wants to look into exactly how they got that information, whether or not they got too much information, whether it was too cozy of a relationship between the Pentagon and the movie makers. And also in the Bin Laden book, he just says flat out it shouldn't have been written.
Yeah, I'm coming around. I wasn't initially of that opinion, but the more I think about it, the more I think, that's probably the right position to take.
And there's also apparently going to be a big interview with the author of that book on 60 Minutes as well.
There have been clips.
Yeah.